Hi guys, welcome back to Lunatic Astrology. We're talking about an eclipse today that's going to rock your world. April the 30th. It's huge energy because it's conjunct Eros, Cupid's arrow, passion, falling in love, infatuation, turned on, irresistible desire, and life force energy. That asteroid is next to the eclipse, the sun and moon joining in the sky in the sign of Taurus at 10 degrees on April 30th. Add the fact that Uranus is sitting with the whole gang. We've got sudden infatuation, big sudden turn-ons, really good, juicy life force passion in your chart, in your life, depending on your rising sign, I'll tell you, and your sun and moon, where this could show up for you. Now, there's a whole different element for the world. I'll try to cover just a small bit of that, but I really want this to be the all signs video because I did a deep dive with astrologer Justina Rossi, and you can find that in my playlist to go into the deep, geeky, collective, mundane astrology. So this is really the video for you. But I would like to say a few things before I go into how this will impact you. And, you know, yes, the eclipse is April 30th. It's the first eclipse and the first real solid eclipse in that Taurus Scorpio axis, driven by the expansion on the North Node. But I also want to point out that it's ruled by Venus, who's exalted, sitting next to Jupiter and Neptune and Pisces on the day of the eclipse. So the ruler is in really good form. This makes this a very positive eclipse. It's sextile Pluto, bringing power and juice and yay energy into it. She's sextile Pluto, not the eclipse, but the ruler's got Pluto power backing her up in a positive way while she's sitting in such good stead in the Piscean Sea. And I love that Hygeia, the goddess of health and wellness and healing and even preventative wellness, is sitting across from this eclipse, giving us a clue about where we can be most focused in the months that follow this eclipse, and then maybe the couple of weeks before, in our hygiene, whether that's our health hygiene, our mental hygiene, our financial hygiene. I'll be talking to you about that. Now, I am Lori Lothian. I am a Hellenistic whole sign astrologer. I use a little bit of Babylonian, a slice of Vedic. I like to mash it up, but I encourage you to cast your own natal chart in whole sign houses. I'm going to put a link below so that you can do that by yourself and just follow my 5-minute video tutorial about how to go to astro.com and do it. And then when people, you won't email me and go, wait a minute, what if Pisces is in my second and third house? No. Old style houses, like in India, are one sign, one house, and we're talking about that kind of astrology. So check the link below. You can go grab the free access to that in my description box. Lastly, but not leastly, I am doing two things. I have an all April special. You get $47 value, 12 60-minute videos of all signs year ahead forecasts. Yes, can you believe it? For free. It was $47, but now it's for free just for the month of April because it's my birthday month. And all you have to do to get it is sign up for my weekly Cosmic Moonshine astrology letter, a swig of weekly astrology news, and you're off to the races as soon as you sign up for my newsletter. The 12 videos will be in your mailbox, access to them. However, if you want to sign out of my newsletter right after, just grab the gift, go ahead. But I encourage you to stick around and see how that weekly Sunday newsletter works for you and whether you like seeing a written version of my idea of what the most important events of the week ahead are. All righty, so let's get going and talk about this, all signs. Before I do, it would help to show you what the sky looks like. There we have the gist of it. Sun and moon are conjunct. It's at 10 degrees. This is just set for Aries, but it's really at 10 degrees. So just trust me on that. And if you have any planets 10 degrees of Taurus, did I say Taurus? Taurus, yeah. It's really important to know that that's really going to be a big deal eclipse for you. So any planets at 10 Taurus within 3 degrees of either side, yeah, you really feel this one a lot. New beginnings. That's what a new moon eclipse is. I also would like to say, as you can see, Hygeia, like a hygiene god, Des, from ancient Greece, very much the daughter of Asclepius, one of the daughters of healing that he had. He was a great healer. She's about prevention and health. She's about doing what you need to stay healthy. She also incorporates the mind, body, soul kind of idea with health. So there she sits, and we'll talk about how she can operate for you in the wake of this eclipse to bring you new beginnings and better wellness in some area of your life. And you can see how well Venus is positioned conjunct Jupiter next to Neptune. Mars is over here. And you'll notice that this is a very big swimming pool where everyone's having a party in Pisces, but Venus is doing really well because she's exalted or extra specially powerful in this part of the sky. sky. You know, I didn't mention that. I don't think I mentioned this in the deep dive, but with this Pluto sextile Venus, Jupiter, death of a monarch or death of a justice or just a death of a very well-known, powerful female, likely to happen in or around the April 30th eclipse, maybe Queen Elizabeth, for example. But Mars is also having a story, right? He's making a wedge to Hygeia and a wedge to the sun and the moon. And that makes for a very dynamic energy in the sky where the tension between the Hygeia and the new moon and Uranus and Eros, the asteroid, which I couldn't draw in, but it's there, are having to resolve the tension through Mars. What is Mars? Decisions and action. What decisions and actions will we individually make that allow us to propel a new beginning in some area of our chart? And with Hygeia, the energy, the question of that is also, where do we need to tend something and completely keep it hygiene, clean, you know, in order for that to happen. Pluto sextiles, of course, Venus and gives her backup power, just power, power, power. So Venus is a highly powerful planet in the sky, and she owns this eclipse. Alrighty, there was an eclipse in Taurus back on November 19th. It was very spread out. It wasn't as close to the nodes. That's what makes an eclipse, is this one. So, but this is a second energy of the Taurus eclipse cycle. That one was a difficult one on fixed star Algol, off with our heads. It was not an easy eclipse. None of us astrologers expected it to look good. And a lot of things happened since November 19th that didn't look particularly great. So including the run up to, I won't even talk about politics and stuff. Okay, so let's get moving on, or wars and stuff. Let's get moving on and get into all signs. I'm going to stop my screen share and talk to you as a person here. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new to my channel, especially hit that bell, please, for notifications. It means you'll know when I am posting something and you'll get notification. You have to have your notification setting on YouTube for that to happen. But anyway, it just lets you know without missing a beat. I do all my videos as live premieres, right? You'll hear that. And then you chat with me live in the chat box. I love doing that with you guys as we all discuss what's going on in the sky as you watch the pre-recorded video with me. Okay, so let's get started, green tea, and let's talk about Aries. Aries, sun, moon, and rising sign. Oh, did I tell you guys I have an eclipse sale? Back it up. I have a sale. Get my eclipse reading for only $111 in person Zoom with me. I think you'd really enjoy it. It covers like all the way through to the last eclipse in the fall of 2023. That's still on the axis of the Scorpio Taurus story. So, but the main intensity of this eclipse cycle really began in January 18th and winds down around the third week of July. So that 18-month window, and you want to know how that is unfolding, a river of karma, a river of destiny, a magic carpet ride of pivotal plot points. Come see me for a reading. All right, I'll help you navigate that one. Now, Aries, sun, moon, and rising sign. I'm standing, guys. I got a grounding mat from my sister. Aries, we need our grounding mats. I'm wearing brown. I got some reddish lipstick. I'm trying to be in my Aryan zone. Aries, sun, and moon. Aries, sun, moon, and rising sign, especially rising sign. You guys are experiencing this in your money house. This is lovely for your finances. Uranus is there. He's known as the rags to riches god in the money house. So you could have a major financial pop as a result of this eclipse. Now, don't expect it on the 30th, like with your watch going, wait, I didn't have a pop. This kind of popping energy can happen anytime in the months that follow, all the way through until the fall, October, November. So yes, big money popping in the months ahead. Also, think of it more like you're possibly going to be getting unexpected, exciting, passionate, erotic, Eros, irresistible, financial uptick. And you need to keep your eye on your financial wellness or your money wellness in the Hygeia in the 8th house when it comes to banks, mortgages, loans, credit card debt, other people's money, inheritance money, stuff like that. So that's where you have business partner monies. That's where you have to pay attention to keep a really good hygiene going. And I think I can even see that in my own life now as an Aries sun and moon, how that's already starting to play out for me. So for you as well, you may see some evidence of that balance. Now with Pluto, sextiling and powering up Venus and all of that, Venus, the Lord of the story, is sitting in your 12th house. Now that can be a money place. There's often money that we generate through revenue from barter and trade and sales and business to foreign shores. So if you have a PayPal Stripe account, that can be like business from a foreign shore. So look for that possibility, that money that comes through that kind of revenue. Sometimes it can incite money from the 8th, like an inheritance or something like that, because it's trine the 8th. Venus is trine your 8th house as well. Mars is creating that wedge. And so where you need to make decisions and take action is in 12th house areas. That could be about your payment processors. That could be about trips to foreign lands. That could be about eliminating any way that you are sabotaging your life, your addictions, your habits, and your patterns. I've dumped wine, guys. I think I'm done. So all I drink is apple cider now and then. So what I would say to you guys as Aries folk, what places will you still sabotage your life? Mars is the elimination sword wielder in your 12th. So I think that this eclipse, especially with that Hygeia element, there's something about cleaning up your act, Aries, when it comes to self-defeating habits, addictions, patterns, and things like that. The eclipse is going to help you do it. It's not a prescription. It's a story that's likely to unfold, whether you are attempting it consciously or not. Okay, the 12th house is a house of hospitals, and Venus is a woman and Mars is a man. I don't know, you could have somebody who's sick in a hospital in the wake of this eclipse, but somehow their hospitalization or their illness could support your financial uptick. So, I mean, just a weird thing to say, but it's kind of one of the ways I could read that sky. I just know you're going to be passionate and excited about something to do with money, either the way you're making money, or a new opportunity to make money, because Eros is involved, but sudden left field, unexpected bounty. Thank you, Uranus, as well. Uranus is quite capable of delivering a kaboom in your money story in the months that follow this eclipse. See what happens on the 30th. You might plant some seeds, or some things may be occurring that give you a big clue as to what this may be actually about. Alrighty, let's get moving and talk about Taurus, sun, moon, and rising sign. So you guys are having the eclipse happening in the house of you, obviously. And so this is your body, this is your identity. Depending on where your rising sign, sun, or moon sit, are they close to 9 or 10 or 11 or 12, let's say 7 to 13 degrees of Taurus, then you really are feeling this as a fresh start and a new beginning. It's like you are passionately recreating yourself, and you may change your hairstyle, your fashion, your wardrobe, the way you exist in the world, how you identify yourself. And I mean how you identify yourself, what gender you identify with, even. Like, it could be some major bolts of change, because we've got passion, Eros, Cupido, Uranus, sudden, unexpected, all sort of blowing up in your house of identity. But you could also find yourself in love with life again, in love with reality, in love with yourself in some fundamental way, Taurus. Now, Cupid's arrow is sitting across from Hygeia, so is the sun and moon, the new beginnings, over in your 7th house of love and relationships that are significant and lasting, and business partnerships and stuff like that. Some of you guys might have to do relationship hygiene, okay? And keep a tab on that relationship and keep it tended and keep it clean and keep it healthy. So relationship hygiene, whatever that looks like for you, tending to your partner. There's a North Node eclipse cycle, Taurus, going through the house of you. You're going to be a little self-obsessed, a little bit self-inflated, a little bit over-attentive to oneself. And the sky is pointing out that you need to also keep attention or some degree of hygiene in the other significant others of your life part of the sky. With the wedge to Mars up in your 11th house, the idea may be that actions you take in social circles and groups of belonging, decisions you make around that area of the sky, can also fortify the hygiene of your relationship. So, like a crazy example, you realize that your relationship suffers when you hang out with X, Y, and Z people. Let me close my window. And then you realize, okay, that's not working. So hygiene is to say, honey, I don't think we should hang out with Sue and Bob anymore. Every time we do, we have a fight because they're obnoxious. So no, making up a story. Mars is teaming up with that exalted Venus. She's sitting there with Jupiter and Neptune in this once every 66-year relationship of 3 planets and your Piscean 11th. This is great gains that can come from your career, but it's also pennies from heaven. Windfalls can befall you. Venus is a money god. She's exalted here. Jupiter expands everything. Mars is the actions you take. I don't know, buy a lottery ticket near this eclipse. If you want to really clean out your friendship closet, Mars is elimination god, and he's going to be going through this part of your sky till May 25th. This can often mean like time to clean up and parse out and eliminate some friends that aren't really your people. So keep that in mind. For the most part, what I'd say for you Taurus folk is that you're getting a lot of renewed passion in your very identity, Eros, life force, renewed vitality for your body after this eclipse. You're feeling like you want to do some relationship hygiene, or you're noting it's important, and you may have some money benefits and bonuses kicking in, but you're probably the agent of it. You have to do something for that promotion. You have to ask for it. You have to do something to get that greater gain from your career path. And Pluto's giving you power from the house of foreign lands and shores. Certainly if you are traveling to a foreign land or shore in the week or two before and a couple of weeks after this eclipse, you're going to find something very beneficial and powerful happening in your life because of that journey to a foreign land. And the other thing is that's a higher education house. So for some of you, this can give you a bolt of power regarding learning and learning environments, universities and colleges especially. And lastly, churches and groups of belonging as well have a lot of power that Venus is pulling from Pluto to apply to this regeneration and revitalization of you. Don't forget to check out my eclipse special, Taurus. You can get a reading for $111 or get my all signs bundle for free, usually $47, because you sign up for my newsletter. You get it automatically, 12 videos, 60 minutes each. I think you'll enjoy it. And all that information is in the description box, and I'll pin it to the comments as well. All right. I'm going to now try to figure out how to get comfortable in my standing position. See what I mean? I think I'm going to do something now. I'm like, all right, Gemini, sun, moon, and rising sign. For you guys, the energy is very subtle. This is happening in your 12th house. It could be about other people, being hospitalized, being jailed, being in an insane asylum. Yet it's a good place because, I mean, it's a good eclipse because it has a lot of beneficness to it because of Venus being the owner of it, and she's in such good shape in your 10th house of career. So if it's not about people in hospitals and insane asylums and prisons during this window of April 30th out a few months after, then quite possibly you're going to be generating some great success in your career. Venus is exalted with Neptune and Jupiter and Mars, action steps in your career, changes in your career path, changes in your reputation and status. But what I love about it is that 12th house is the backroom deals. It's where people are cobbling things out behind the scenes, you know? So what kind of backroom deals might you make with your boss, with your employer, with a headhunter or whatever to totally ramp your career up to a whole exciting new level? And that Eros is in there. Are you feeling excited and passionate about this energy as well? You want to keep hygiene in your work habits and routines. Hygeia is in your 6th house, you know? That's like, me standing instead of sitting for my readings today. It's better for my body. It's like, what things do you need to do for health routines and protocols? What things you want to do for your work health routines and protocols? How do you make work hygiene happen? Now, this can also mean the office space, no fluorescent lights, you know, get a different kind of lamp. I mean, it could be, don't keep your blue light on, don't use a crappy screen, you know, things you might want to do, or the workspace itself, hygiene in the workspace, keep your desk neat, don't have a clutter fest. It's almost like trying to be hygienic in your work and health right now can support this bounty in your career and this really luscious energy that's trying to pop your top of your sky through backroom deals and negotiations, and also things you're doing to prevent your own self-sabotage, which is one of the features of the 12th, is how we have addictions and habits that undo us. A fresh new beginning with exciting Eros and Uranus, sudden healing, sudden revolutions of self-defeating habits, and especially addictions that fire up greater health and work routines and power up your career. Money, absolutely more money in your career, because Pluto from your 8th house is loving up Venus, the ruler of this eclipse, with Jupiter. This is going to be a major promotion or career advancement could happen for you in the aftermath of the April 30th eclipse, especially I'd say, well, Jupiter's still in your 10th house. So until May the 11th. So look for some bonus points on money, promotion, career, power, up leveling, and success in that area of your sky. All right, Cancer. Oh, well, I forgot to tell Geminis. Geminis, don't forget to buy my eclipse special down below, 111, for a live call with me on Zoom to look at your eclipse cycle and check my all signs discount package, $0 free gift to you in the month of April if you want to get all of the 2022 all signs forecast, 60 minutes times 12. Okay. And you'll see all the information in the link below. All right. Continuing on to the next sign, which is the Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign people. All right, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, this is happening, is a new beginning, a fresh start, a new moon, a portal to something fresh and new in your 11th house of friendships and social groups of belonging, and your hopes, wishes, and dreams, and money. You great financial gains from your career. Now, for some of you Cancers, this can be really exciting because you're getting Eros, passion and infatuation and irresistible desire and creativity up at the top of the sky. And, you know, this new beginning can be an amazing new friendship. Honestly, for some of you Cancers, it's as simple as that. I can count on it for you. A sudden, exciting, and also a different kind of friend, because Uranus is here, like the kind of friend you wouldn't normally choose. And it's quite the passionate, fun friendship is going to form in the wake of this eclipse. But it's also calling for some hygiene in your house of children, house of romance, house of your independent business enterprise, house of money speculation, gambling and stuff, a house of romantic love. So you have to kind of tend that part of your sky with preventative hygiene in the weeks and months that follow this eclipse, but you are expanding. So a new beginning in your 11th house, which looks lovely. If you're independently oriented, like an entrepreneur, this is exciting because the 5th house is entrepreneurship, and you may be changing the way your independent business runs or works because of that South Node cycle down there. You may be having a child denest because of that as well. You may be having an old relationship, love relationship wear down and wind down and close out, but also you may be having a soulmate love relationship come in. So for some Cancers, I would say your business model will change if you're an entrepreneur with this eclipse to something way more exciting, and could even bring you great fame and popularity in that 11th house. And or you could find a new love relationship starting to burst out from this eclipse, but it likely starts with a friend, or you're introduced by a friend, or it's coming to you because of the person was a friend, and then one day you look across the coffee shop at each other and you realize that there's love in the air, that kind of thing. Cupid's arrow, right? And you do have Venus, who gets backup power from Pluto in your 7th house of committed love and business partnerships. So what kind of significant power commitment can result? And Venus is taking that Pluto energy and she's applying it to this eclipse. So Jupiter, Venus in your 9th house, love from a foreign land, love in a foreign land, love because you're traveling to a foreign land. Love could pop from somebody that's from a different ethnicity and language than you. I always see that Uranus says it's somebody that's not your typical everyday person that you've dated or fallen in love with. Also, you know, Mars is up there. Some of you are traveling to foreign lands or planning travel to foreign lands with Mars traveling until May 25th in your 9th house. If you need to win a court case, Jupiter and Mars up there give you battle ready wins no matter what. If you need to get a visa or a passport thing going, that is also quite blessed right now in the sky for that to work for you. But all this goes back to that eclipse in the 11th house. And so I think for some of you, it's a new friendship, a new hope, dream, and wish that's being born, but also a new romance as well for some of you Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign people. All right, so don't forget Cancers, if I didn't say this for you, yeah, I have an eclipse reading sale. It's only $111 and it's in the description box below. Come see how the next unfolding all the way through to fall of 23 might work in your life with this new eclipse cycle, and how you can ride the wave of destiny instead of just being tossed around on the sea of change, and choose to navigate it with wisdom. And also please check out the All Signs bundle for free. If you sign up for my newsletter, I'm giving it to you. It's every single sign, 12 videos, 60 minutes each. If you sign up for my Cosmic Moonshine newsletter, all that information is pinned to the comments and in the description box below. Let's go, Leo. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. You're going to find that the new beginning and the portal of something fresh as this eclipse window opens in your 10th to be about your career. Yes, you are doing some career change. I'm going to say a lot of you will change your job or your career path significantly between April 30th, even a couple of weeks before it starts to wind into your energy field, and no later than October, November at the very latest. This is rippling forward in time. Why? What are you changing? Well, it's a new beginning, and there's passion and Eros and excitement there, and radical and sudden and unexpected Uranus. So there's going to be, for some of you, Leo, rising sign, Sun, and Moon, dramatic and exciting changes in career direction, and with support from Venus in your 8th house, meaning it's going to also be financially extremely lucrative for you. Some of it can be very hidden from view. You might be plotting and planning with Venus's help, a career change, and all, you know, you're not ready to reveal it as a secret plot to change your career path, but also it just can really enhance your financial power in the world, especially if it's a career path that would allow you to generate residual income, allow you to maybe take a retirement monies or a buyout or a payout or some chunk of money coming through this opening in your career. Or what do you call it? Like someone wants you, and so they're going to give you upfront bonus money to join the company, these sorts of things. Or you're allowed to invest in the company because the 8th house is investments. But there's a lot of cool money, career energy, to keep it simple. And you've got a lot of Pluto power in the workplace until 2024. So things you're doing in the office, co-worker space, workspace are really powering up as well. Hygeia wants you to keep hygiene in your home. Now, this is very practical. Don't have a slobby home, okay? All right, Leo, sun, moon, and rising sign, even if it's just your bedroom, you know, if you live with your family or something, keep your room clean. Hygiene in the home will help the success in the other parts of the sky, the money and the career part. Now, you have a bequeathment transit, Leo, sun, moon, rising. You have Jupiter traveling through your 8th house. Someone could pass away and you would receive an inheritance. And Jupiter's here until May 11th, but he will be back October 28th to December the 20th. So those are windows of time where, yes, as sad as it may be, there can be somebody's passing away and leaving you some money. So what can I say? It's just how life works, especially with Mars there. Mars could actually amplify that story, and he's there until May 25th. The other thing I'd say is with this Hygeia in the 4th house, where I told you to keep your room clean or whatever, it's also deeper than that. It's your family of origin, ancestral line, you know, mom and dad growing up, innocence, childhood. So I don't know, keeping that clean or doing healing work. So healing with the ancestors, doing ancestral healing kind of stuff. It's kind of woo, but a lot of people do that, or family constellation work to look at ancestral patterns and heal them. For some of you, Leos, that would be very productive and a super powerful thing to do at this time. Okay. So I hope that helps. Mostly it looks like money and career success, ancestral healing, or keeping your house clean can be very powerfully uplifting for you and give you more, you know, recondo your house. You know, does it bring you joy? Is it something you want to keep? That would be a very positive direction for you in this April 30th, at a few months after eclipse cycle. Virgo, sun, moon, rising sign. So Virgo, what happens here is you have the energy of a new beginning in your 9th house. For higher education and college stuff, that's fantastic. But it can also be about your religious and philosophical beliefs or foreign shores and foreign lands. A lot of stuff going on there. I have no doubt that some Virgos will go, oh, I'm going to move to a foreign country or something like that. Because it's not just a small deal. It's an eclipse. And there's a whole series of North Node energies there. Or I want to change my major. Or I want to apply for a new school. Or I want to quit my school or whatever. These are things that are really amplified for Virgo rising, to some degree sun and moon. And especially, you know, if your rising sign is a Virgo, is between, let's say, you know, 7 and 13 degrees, you're really feeling this important energy in your 9th house from this particular eclipse. Eros is passion and excitement and an irresistible desire building in that 9th house. So maybe you have an irresistible desire to relocate to another country, or irresistible desire to up level your education, etc. You could find that this is also connected to real estate, courts and court cases, a new beginning, a fresh start, something opening and clearing through legal matters, perhaps. But sometimes it's just as simple as these even visas and passports, getting a new start, a fresh start, a new beginning. Now, you can also look at the fact that Venus is in your 7th house with Jupiter. This is very powerful for love relationships leveling up. She's in dignity. She's in a once every 166 year love affair, swimming in your with Mars, the god of passion, in your 7th house of committed love and business partnership. So some of you will find in an existing relationship that in the wake of this eclipse, everything up levels. Like you're going to get engaged, you're going to move in together, you're going to profess undying love, you're going to, you know, it's going to take it to the next level. And if you're single and you're a Virgo, oh goodness gracious, yes, you could definitely meet somebody with this energy. And it would likely happen on a campus or a college setting, or maybe in a spiritual community, or maybe connected to foreign shores and lands, or the person's got a different cut and ethnic ethnicity or language, or comes from a different country than where you were born. With Venus, so she's going to pull all of her energy into bringing you a powerful love. Pluto in the 5th house that she's got backup from, which is like transformative love, a life-changing love, love that goes deep, love that is of a higher order and deeper order of being. Okay. Very intense energy. If you are wanting love and you are single, this could be a lovely opening from this eclipse. So pay attention to who's in your life, you know, a week or two before and a week or two after, because it could actually happen that quickly, but eclipses can unfold, you know, 6 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, even afterwards, where you see the result. And it's no predictions on how long it takes. It certainly would be by the fall. You want to do hygiene and keep things clean and well and healthy in your 3rd house of your siblings, aunts, uncles, and cousins, in your relationships to them, into the idea of your local neighborhood. And, you know, how do you hygiene the local neighborhood? I don't know, clean up the alleyway. I don't even know. You want to be conscientious about wellness regarding things to do with trips and travel. So if you're on an airplane, of course, you know, use your hygiene, use your a mask if you need to, or you wipe your hands with sanitary thingies and all of that. But that's all very simple. It's a deeper level would be, how are you going to heal 3rd house things in order to propel this goodness of love and purpose and dharma? Because there's a 9th house meaning. It's like, what's my life's meaning? What's my purpose? And how can you up level that? And it really looks to me like you're going to do that also by attending to the 3rd house matters. This can be also learning, skills-based learning how to, you know, do something. This can be, so having really good discipline and methodologies and cleaning up your study habits, for example. And this is also the house of short trips and travel. So commuting back and forth. I'll give an example. My daughter's a Virgo rising, goes to university, commutes by bus. She'll be doing a lot of commuting next fall when the school's all back online, using her commutes with hygiene, right? Not just, I mean, hand sanitizer. I mean, like, she could like, okay, I got study protocols. I'm on the bus for an hour. This is what I'm going to do. So that's just an example, right? I'm just making something up, but you get the idea. 3rd house is always hard to pin down. It is the house of learning. So again, what things could you learn that allow you to have better wellness and also support the greater sky story? Alrighty. So Virgo, if you would like to check out my sale, I got the eclipse sale right now ongoing, $111, to talk about eclipses that run all the way through to the fall of 23 and how you can ride that destiny wave with awareness and power instead of being flipped around on the wheel of fortune, and where all these changes are happening as a current in your own life. And check out, please, or not, my all signs free offer, 12 60-minute videos of every single sign that you can get for free. It was $47 and it's just for the month of April, my birthday month, free. Okay. So you want to get it. You all have to do is subscribe to Cosmic Moonshine newsletter, details in my description box and in pinned comments. And why not grab 12 predictions you can do your friends and family as well as yourself. Libra, sun, moon, and rising sign. Well, guys, guess what? You are having this, oh, wow, big beginning with passion and Eros and excitement and unexpected developments, Uranus, in your financial 8th house. Now, this is money that you are going to be able to get through loans or bank loans or tax rebates, especially with Uranus. Some of you guys might find the government goes, oh my God, you paid way too much, and they give you a chunk of money back. But it's money coming. Chunks of money can come to you suddenly. Uranus, you're excited and enthusiastic and, you know, all of that. It's very erotic. You're turned on by the money story, and it's a new beginning, right? Because it's a new moon, it's a portal to something fresh. Now, this new beginning moon in your 8th house is a series of eclipses that we'll be going through here. So there's a lot of money expansion and change in your story. And sometimes 8th house money stories are connected to 4th house stories, which is real estate. So there's good news in money, real estate stuff for you as well. Pluto is in your real estate house and he's powering up that part of your sky. So he's not done there until 2024. So you're empowered by real estate purchases and buying and selling, things like that during this 6 months that follow this eclipse. You have to keep your hygiene in your 2nd house. That's your speech and it's what you eat. Now, when I say what you eat, it's what you put in your mouth, like a cigarette, a cigar, a glass of wine, and food. So Hygeia says you're cleaning up your food style or your ingesting style in order to also get the bounty of the 8th house. but also it could be financial hygiene on your spending. You know, the second house is money we make and it comes in as a paycheck, but it's also money we spend and money we save or don't save. And now you've got hygiene here. So there's a bit of a fiscal hygiene vibe for a lot of Libra, sun, moon, and rising sign people. With Venus, the Lord of this eclipse, hanging out in your sixth house, it does activate health protocols. And so things that you eat in the second house and Venus in your sixth house, right? That's a water trine. And she's a part of that eclipse, dramatic, exciting discoveries of food styles that really support your health and your well-being, as well as your financial health and your financial well-being. It is a money house where money can come through inheritances. For some of you Libras, you may have a sudden inheritance or bequeathment or chunk of money coming to you in the aftermath of the eclipse from that kind of thing. Okay. Just a possibility, not a probability. Everyone's life is different. So I'm just giving you the lay of that land. Okay, so don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to check out my sale, $111 for my eclipse reading. It's a really exciting reading. I love doing it. We talk about how to ride the wave of change that eclipses propel, the plot points that are twisting through your story in a flowing, easy, progressive, planning way, instead of just getting tossed about on the sea of change. To know what's likely to happen is to be forewarned is forearmed. Come join me for that reading. It's on sale for $111. Check the description box and the pinned comment. Sign up for my All Signs newsletter, my Cosmic Moonshine newsletter, and get a free $47 value, All Signs 2022. There's 12 videos, or 60 minutes each or more. And it's only on sale for my birthday month, the month of April. So hopefully you're going to watch this in time to get it. And anything else I'd say to you? Pluto powering up energy. Did I say this, Libra? Yeah, I did, in the real estate house. So yeah, I did. So powerful real estate developments as well. Scorpio, sun, moon, rising sign. So hey, Scorps, you are watery people, and you got a lot of love coming from, by the way, that flowing Venus, Neptune energy in your fifth house of children and romance, music and creativity and artistry. Yeah, you. So here's the deal. The eclipse is actually happening in your seventh house. This is a marriage house and business partners, also clients. Say you serve clients in your work or whatever, and you have to go one-on-one with them, like to sell them something or give them something or teach them something. That's your seventh house of significant other, the marketplace for your work. 10th from the 10th. That zone is being given a new beginning. You could get a whole new portfolio for clients, a whole bunch of new clients coming in, dramatic, exciting, passionate energy in your love life, in your significant relationship with the one you're with. If you're not with someone, some Scorpios can meet someone, and you're beginning in this seventh house with a stellium of Mars, Neptune, and Jupiter and Venus in your fifth house of romance. So for you single Scorpios, this eclipse can definitely bring in a major love story in the weeks and months that follow, with somebody likely outside the box, very different from someone you've seen or dated before, but there will be a lot of eroticism and irresistible attraction and passion because Cupido is there. And I'd suggest this person will be in love and infatuated and head over heels with you. Now, you do have Hygeia in the house of your body, and therefore you have to do physical hygiene. This means tending to your body, exercising, eating well, nutrition, being preventative. You're coming into a window of time with this eclipse where you, at your own peril, you ignore your physical health. So this is mental health and emotional health as well. Just the things that are really tied to you, how you, if you're in a depression, you need to see a therapist. If you're feeling like you're gaining weight, you need to figure out what you need to do. This is, your body and your mind are very much needing to be attended to. Hygiene, healing, prevention, and that's part of the sky, because Mars is going to activate passion, Eros, life force, vitality, creativity, and the muse should you tend to your health, right? Because he's moving in a way through your fifth house that allows this to happen. And he's in that fifth house until May 25th. Lastly, don't get pregnant, or you and your partner. Jupiter here until May 11th. It can bring accidental pregnancy, especially with Uranus on the seventh house eclipse. So there's that. Some of you have to be careful about unexpected pregnancy, but if you want a baby, Scorpio, you or your partner, then this is fantastic. A lot of power coming from Pluto in your neighborhood. Pluto will move out of there in earnest in 2024, but siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, and your neighborhood can power up things for you, as well as short trips and travel in a way that supports the romance, the creativity, the vitality of your fifth house, and participates in helping Venus. bring you something good. Last but not least, you could win something, Scorpio. There's a kind of speculation, like buy a lottery ticket, go to the casino, buy some risky investment, but don't take my word for it. I'm not financially advising you, but Venus can bring you money in your money speculation house with this eclipse. So you might just put a little bit of money down on something and see what happens in the months that follow. Alrighty. Don't forget to check out my eclipse sale. For $111, I'll help you navigate the wave of destined change in a very proactive way. And which lands itself all the way to the fall of 23. So it's quite a long reading about a long period of time. And then also check out my all signs 2022 prediction forecast videos. Okay. There's 60 minutes each and they're every single sign. You can check out your sun, moon, rising, you share with your family. It's free. Normally it's $47. It's free this month. It's my birthday month. You get it by signing up for my Cosmic Moonshine newsletter. For Scorpios, I just about slammed a Yeti mic to the ground. Sorry, guys. This is because I'm trying something new and I've got my Yeti mic perched on a box of tarot card boxes. I just don't feel like sitting when I do these readings anymore. So I'm just trying to keep my body moving vibe. Okay. Oh my God. That is so funny. It was funny to me because I just about killed a very expensive piece of equipment. All right. Sagittarius, sun, moon, rising sign people. So first of all, there's something trying to begin afresh and anew in your work. Now, it can be about the workplace, like the company moves you to another location, the office is going to be going to another floor and it's larger, or colleagues and the people in the work environment change dramatically, or if you employ people, your employees are changing. This is a new beginning. It's got a lot of auspiciousness to it, but it's very sudden, but it's also connected to passion and irresistible desire and creativity. It's Eros energy. So for the most part, even though there's sudden unexpected change, I have to say, you are actually really liking this. Okay. So I want to encourage you to think, okay, positive work change. Now, health routines as well for some Sages, like finally you realize you can't do that thing, whatever, smoke weed, drink wine all day, whatever you've been doing. And especially because Hygeia, the goddess of hygiene and health and prevention and wellness, is in your house of addictions during this eclipse, opposite the eclipse. So no doubt about it. Some Sages are like totally going to clean up their hygiene around addictions, all right, and self-defeating mindsets and habits. So this will inform greater health and wellness, vitality and passion, great changes in the workplace as well. And with Pluto powering up for another year and a half or so to 2024, powering up your second house of voice and earnings and money and revenue and vocation. It's connecting to this eclipse in a sideways way. It's because Venus is receiving Pluto's love during the eclipse and she owns the eclipse cycle. So it's a revenue stream energy. So I would say that this new beginning in the workspace is going to bring you more money. It's that simple. And it's going to allow you maybe to do something with your home, change your home, up level to a new home, sell a home, sell some land, buy some land, sell some ancestral land, family land, move to a new home, because that's where she's sitting with Jupiter and Neptune in the house of your real estate, land and home. And for some of you, it's really realistic is what you're going to do. Sometimes Jupiter can be a bequeathment energy here too, legacy money from the family of origin coming to you from mom or dad, particularly coming from the mom, but it doesn't have to be either side of the family. So, either parent. So there could be a little bit of money coming from that side of the story as well. For some of you Sagittarius, rising mostly, but sun and moon will get some of that vibe too. Just keep your eye out for that. Don't forget, if you want to buy my eclipse special Sagittarius, you don't have to buy it. It's free. No, sorry, my eclipse reading is $111. Get it now. Check below, but you can get all 2022 All Signs videos for free, $47 value just by signing up for my Cosmic Moonshine newsletter. It comes out every Sunday, and I talk about the week ahead in a written newsletter, so you might enjoy that. Check it out. See if you want to participate in this April only offer. All right, so moving on to Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising sign. All right, Caps. Energy wise, you are coming to the tail end. I have to address of Pluto going through the house of your body, mind, and soul, through the sense of who you are, your identity, your wallet of self since 2008. I just want to point this out because he's almost done in 2004. He's done for good. Whoa, what a long ride you've been on, right, Capricorns? But he is kind of powering up Venus during this eclipse, which I like for you. He's trying to do something good here that's not so intense. It's all been so intense for you since 2008. So he's loving up Venus, and Venus is loving up the eclipse. And so Venus is loving up the eclipse from your third house of trips and travel and siblings and aunts and cousins and uncles and nephews and nieces and skills-based learning and all of that. And so Venus is sending that love towards her eclipse cycle in your fifth house of romance and children. For a lot of you Capricorns, it could be something as simple as a really amazing trip, a getaway with a beloved, and it becomes very romantic and things really heat up and things go into a whole new level of yay you. Sometimes Pluto can act as endings, and even though he's sextiling Venus, because of a trip, maybe a romance or a love relationship could come to an end. I tend to see it as mostly positive, but there is that possibility. Now, you've got to find that because there's a new moon in your fifth house, you're going to find your creative energies getting a little bit activated. You're creative in a practical way, right? Like, it's like, let me build a cabinet for the kitchen or something. It's like, or let me garden, or let me do something with structures or forms or something like that. Is Earth. You're a Taurus fifth house Capricorn people. You want to make something look good, or you want to put something together. And your fifth house is very much about being passionate and muse inspired and driven to create from your inner artist. So some new beginning here in that inspired part of your chart where you're really feeling it and really it's coming home to land, because Eros, passion, eroticism, irresistible passion is activated. Creative passion, creative joy is being activated in your fifth house. If you are single, yes, it could definitely bring in a very powerful romance. There's no doubt about it. So get ready for that possibility in the months that follow the eclipse. And if you're with someone, as I said, it can up level it. This is about your children, and you're beginning for a child, an exciting new beginning, an unexpected new beginning, a new development for one of your children, all very possible. Hygeia wants you to get some hygiene and clean up and tend to the wellness of your 11th house. These are your friendships. These are your social circles. Have you been neglecting them? Have you not been a part of your groups? Have you been not going to the Society of Capricorn? I don't know, society, the historical society, or you've not been going to the museums, or have you not been going to the art galleries of old art, or whatever Capricorns would do is groups of belonging, the Society of Builders. So anyway, so you may have in the pandemic ignored your groups of belonging, and this is like where your hygiene over the next 6 months has to go. Time to get back in the swing of friendships, of social circles and groups. Time to do a little cleaning up of your deepest wishes and dreams for your life. What do you really want? If you do have gate grains financially, Capricorn, from your career, do you take care of it? Are you tending it well? Is there financial hygiene? If not, time to pay attention to that. That's what the cycle would like you to do in the months that follow this eclipse. And Mars is definitely saying trip. I mean, he's in your third house. So yeah, until May 25th, there's no doubt about it, Capricorn. Some of you are on the road, you're traveling. This is important time. Some of what you're doing in this traveling, and it can start 2 weeks before the eclipse. So, anytime mid-April till May 25th, you're traveling, and it's going to inspire greater passion and excitement and creativity for you. And as I said, all you Caps like to build things or construct things or do practical things, usually with your creativity. All right, like landscape design or something. All right. Anything else I need to tell you? Pluto. Yeah, I did Pluto already. Nope, that's it. Don't forget, if you're new here, check out my all signs bundle. It's free, which is $47 normally, and you can get it for nothing by signing up for my Cosmic Moonshine newsletter every Sunday in your box. You can get the free gift and then leave if you don't like my newsletter, but check it out. And on top of that, you can also get something else. You can get my $111 sale price for my eclipse reading, which the eclipse reading takes you all the way through until the end of the fall of 2023 and helps you navigate proactively the cycles of destined change that are throwing you curveballs in your sky, and you can be ready and set go, especially this cycle because it's got Uranus, which is the curveball energy. All right. Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising sign. So I'm one of you guys. I'm Aquarius rising, Saturn on my ascendant. So for us, we feel this in our area to do with our home, where we live, land and real estate, where we park our bums. I have to tell you, it's not been easy for us. Back in 2018, Uranus first ingressed in May into our fourth house. He slipped out a bit in the fall, but he came back in February or so, or March of 2019. So really, in essence, we've been under a nomad transit, the energy of instability and change and unexpected change regarding where we live. It's not an easy energy, guys. I mean, I picked up and I moved from Vancouver to Montreal and moved from Montreal back to Vancouver, all in the last since 2018, like really 2019 actually, but you know what I mean. So, whoa, I need to shake that out. And it's not easy for us to have instability because we're a fixed sign. We don't like it. We don't like this much change at all, especially because our fourth house nest, or the eclipse of something new regarding where we live, is also fixed, and it's Taurus. Really like to stay steady. We love a home as a nest. We like to beautify our home, put art in our home, flowers in our home, and all of a sudden we're like, oh my God, my home keeps changing. So I know how that feels for us. Now, this is definitely a change of home. I mean, there's no way about it. Uranus is in a new moon with passion, Eros, excitement, and irresistible, passion. A passionate new home is something coming for us. There's no doubt about it, between April 30th and like the fall, October. So get ready for that new home energy to really stick the landing for each of us. At the same time, because this eclipse is run by a very powerful Venus in a money house, she's in our second house, we could be able to get that new home because we have a financial bonus, right? A sudden uptick in our money, especially with Jupiter there. And so we could experience some financial bounty, Jupiter, Venus in our second house, Venus holding fort, and Pluto in the 12th. Now that's a karmic place. It's almost like that's that treasure, the dragon guarding the treasure chest of wealth in the 12th house. So it could be that we are going to have a treasure chest of karmic wealth befall us as Pluto sends the diamonds and the rubies over to Venus, and then Venus with Jupiter expands them and grows them into a bounty. At the very same time, you get this change of residence connected to it. So what does it mean? You could get rich and then move. You could move and then get rich. I don't know. But there's definitely a riches quality to the sky for you guys. And moving into a greater prosperity as a result of this eclipse is going to lock that story in. In order for this to happen, however, you're going to need to pay some attention to the hygiene of what you put in your mouth, what you eat, and what you drink, Mars, and trining Hygeia in your 10th house of reputation and career. So career hygiene is a hard one to pinpoint. It's like, what are you doing in the visible public world that you want to make a place of clear wellness, tidy it up in some way, And so for me, I'm already feeling this eclipse. I created my own, little backdrop that is my new branding thing, right? And then see the hairs because of my long hair. Now I made that myself, but I did that in the field of this eclipse the other day, and I'm having fun with that. So, I'm cleaning up my branding, basically my visible way of being in the world and stuff like that. I'm standing because I realize I don't like sitting. So I'm trying to find this sort of hygiene around the work itself. And this is also connected to home. For some of us Aquarius, the hygiene and the work is connected to our home and where we live. And our new home energy can really support a greater wellness in our career, reputation, and status stuff. Anything else I want to say? Mars will make you spend money until May 25th. He's been in, your second house, but you'll probably spend wisely because Jupiter's here until May 11th. So keep that in mind as well. You can check out my Mars video before this one. It'll really help you see the bigger picture about that story as well. All right, don't forget, you Aquarians, you can grab my all signs bundle. That's literally 60-minute videos times 12, and listen to all of them or share them with friends. And you get access to that for free by signing up for my Cosmic Moonshine newsletter. If you don't like the newsletter, you can leave and you still have the gift. Comes into your mailbox right away. Check your spam folder. Second of all, you can sign up for my free by sale price, $111, regular $140 eclipse reading. So you can navigate the change winds that are happening in your sky, like I just told us about moving and money. And you'll get to do that with proactive qualities because I'm looking at your sky with you, not just a sky. It's very specific to your life story. So check that out, and maybe you'll grab either or none. It's up to you. Pisces, last but never least, sun, moon, rising sign. So first of all, this is happening for you in your third house of your neighborhood, your siblings, sometimes your extended family, cousins and uncles and aunts and nephews, nieces, and it is a new beginning. And it also can be a place of learning, especially if you want to learn how to do something, how to sell real estate, how to read tarot cards. So there's a new beginning, a new opportunity for learning, for trips and travel, for neighborhood developments that are fresh and new, and connections to all those other types of people. It's sudden, unexpected, and it's exciting, and you're passionate about it because you've got passion, Eros energy with Eros sitting with this eclipse. So yay you, an exciting move to a new neighborhood that you absolutely love, a complete opportunity to learn from somebody a skill that you've always wanted to have and you're passionate about it, a new firing up of excitement around a relationship with an extended family member. Okay, so there's all of that. You have to keep your hygiene in your ninth house of your beliefs, your philosophy, how you see the world, the area of the chart that represents the foundation of your dharmic essence, like why am I here? What's the meaning of my life? If you ever get into a pit of despair about there's no meaning to life, then this is your correction time. Hygeia, clear up your spiritual faith-based energies is what it's saying. Clean up hygiene in that area. I think it's about spiritual practice. What do? Do you get up in the morning and do your vespers? Do you do the rosary? Do you meditate? I think it's asking you to find a path to clean that part of your sky up in order to fortify the juice of your third house. If you can do that, I think you're going to find that everything goes better, especially because Mars is in the house of your body, eliminating things that you don't need and getting your body to move some more. Mars is trying to bake that story into this eclipse. So the next 6 months, moving more, eliminating things that you don't need in your life that may not serve your physical wellness, having a surgery if you need it. All right. So as well, making decisions more powerfully too, because Mars gives you more powerful decision-making power and action power until May the 25th. And he's going to really activate a lot of that for you, being more decisive, because, check out my Mars video for more, Pisces. You're mutable, you're fickle, you're procrastinator, you change your mind a lot. Now Mars is like, oh no. Oh no. You're gonna make a decision and you're gonna stick with it. You're going to have a hard boundary, you're gonna stick with it, and you're gonna move and you're gonna do it because I said it's time to exercise. So that kind of stuff, right? Pluto is giving power to Venus. Venus is in your first house. You're going to try to feel more beautiful. You're going to feel more lovely, more persuasive, more popular. You're going to get your beauty thing on again. And, with a neighborhood jolt, it could be the best haircut of your life in the local neighborhood. I'm not kidding you, but that's a lightweight version of this eclipse, but it can be as simple as that as well. And Pluto in your 11th house, finishing his journey there in 2024, but this is 2008. Oh, you've been transforming the kinds of people you conclude in your social friendship groups, as well as dramatically transforming your aspirations and dreams and hopes for your own life. Now, there could be some support from a very powerful friend or ally, because Pluto up here is sextiling Venus. So a female friend or ally or sister, because Venus rules the sisterhood, is going to tremendously support some sort of powerful development in the third house. And the third house is your online world. It's your website, your platforms, your social media, your virtual community as well. So look for that elevation in that part of your sky, some real new beginnings and exciting new beginnings in the months that follow this eclipse. You might be feeling it already in middle of April. I'm recording on April 17th. Finally, if you're new to my channel, don't forget, you can get my All Signs bundle for 2022 and check your moon, sun, and rising for free. It's regular $47, and only during the month of April am I giving it away to celebrate my birthday. To get it, the ethical bribe is you sign up for my newsletter, Cosmic Moonshine, Swig of Astrology News, every Sunday in your inbox. And it's just a weekly forecast newsletter written out. And also you can get my eclipse sale, $111. Check it out in the description box below. I help you look at your chart and how you can ride the wave of these eclipses and how you can use them to your advantage. By the way, I should have said, trips and travel. You could have a sudden, unexpected, exciting journey, or a sibling could journey to you. Alrighty, I hope you're listening this long to catch that last bit in the wake of this eclipse. That could definitely be a story for you. Thanks, guys, for listening. And cleaning up your faith. Yeah, cleaning up your faith. I'll just leave it at that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope this has been a useful eclipse reading for you. Help my little channel grow. Making comments, liking, subscribing are the key to the algorithmic success loving me back on YouTube. Alrighty. Ciao all, and I'm going to say goodbye. Bye-bye.